Today we are going over 100 tips and tricks to know in the finals to get better. Let's get started. In the finals, you are actually able to pick up your teammates and throw them to a different location to be able to revive them better. But with the explosive barrel, you can actually fire it off and quickly catch it again with the interact button so that it explodes closer to impact. Another thing that you can do is actually melee the canister, and then this makes it weaker, so then it actually explodes on contact instead of bouncing off of things. If you want to activate any barrel, you can also melee them. You can actually destroy zip lines and ladders with your guns and by meleeing them. Buildings that are suspended by wires can be blown up with explosives and dropped all the way to the ground. In this clip, I just exploded one of the wires, but usually you have to explode two of them. Subscribe if you want more finals content, by the way. Oh, you can actually make bridges with goo to get to more helpful locations and vantage points. And this is most prominent and useful with the goo gun from the heavy class. Objects can also be moved with goo, also easier with the heavy's goo gun. And this includes the Casho station. So try to move it to an elevator because that is the best point to defend from. Now sliding into jump pads actually throws you farther than just running into them, as you can see here. You can also use a jump pad on a slant surface. This is easiest by throwing a goo grenade and then placing the jump pad on the side of it, and then of course sliding into it to get maximum distance. Now with the goo gun, you can also make goo pillars. So just jump and fire the goo gun repeatedly, get the timing down perfectly, and you should be able to. But you can throw the vault into the Casho station. And objects do direct damage to the player, including the vault. These hanging boxes are supply drops for the different canisters. Now this one may be obvious, but you should never take your hands off of the keyboard, especially in the finals. You can be defibrillated at any time, and even if your entire team is dead, you can move around your camera and create callouts for your team.
Hold, cover me.
Some maps you can climb from window to window to surprise your enemies. Some windows you can't enter from the outside, but you can exit from the inside. And they require some sort of damage from the outside to be able to break them and enter. Cashouts take exactly 2 minutes and 10 seconds, unless the game is about to end. If the game is about to end, the cashout will finish when the game ends exactly. Cashouts take 6 seconds to capture, or about 5 beeps, as you can see here. Use C4 and breach charges to blow up floors and roofs to get better defenses on cashout stations. Fire will beat goo. Fire will kill a light in 4.3 seconds, a medium in 7 seconds, a heavy in 10.5 seconds. So if you want to be able to capture the Casho station while it is engulfed in fire, you will need to be a medium or heavy. Now you can drive the crane in game, so you just need to climb up and go into the little compartment inside of it, and you can use the wrecking ball, if the crane has one, to destroy the map. You can put throwables on gas canisters to make a tactical nuke. The radar ability from the medium class can see across the entire map. Some abilities, like the cloaking device for the light class, are toggleable, so you can turn them on and off without causing the entire ability to be used. Fire will beat gas. Smoke, as many people like to call it, will destroy fires. You can overhand throw by left clicking when you have an item equipped, and underhand throw by right clicking. Now with the grappling hook, press the S key to get a higher arc. Pressing the W key will give you a lower arc or take you exactly to the point that you aimed. Jumping after your slide is fully finished instead of during it sends you farther. You can actually launch any object with launch pads. And you can do this to get projectiles like grenades around corners while defending in sights. Healing somebody in gas will allow their health to stay the same, while healing while in fire will make their health slowly rise. You can actually shoot through a dome shield as long as it is yours. This works on the inside or outside. If it is another team's shield, you cannot shoot through it either way. You can actually grab canisters from very far away, and crouching allows your head to be closer to the canister, allowing you to grab it from farther distances. Light, heavy, and medium throw different distances. Light and medium are very close to each other, while heavy has a heck of an arm. Sprinting and jumping allows you to throw extremely far. Jump pads can be used to throw the cash out station to a better position, or just stop people from stealing it. Jumping on and off zip lines can be helpful to avoid enemy fire. You can cancel a grappling hook by pressing space, and doing this on the floor quickly will allow you to V-hop. Throwing a goo grenade in between somebody stealing a cash out and the station will actually cancel them, since it puts an object between them and the station. I don't have a video of this, but it does work. Some abilities can be used while reloading, like a grappling hook. To my knowledge, all of the weapons inside of the finals are hit scan, so you do not have to lead shots. This is most prominent on the sniper. Sliding off of an edge will give you extra speed. Pyro grenades can go through ceilings and damage players. Place jump pads at the end of ladders or doorways and choke points to stop players from entering. You can use the light class's evasive dash in mid-air to cover some distances, as long as you are looking upwards. You can activate buttons many ways, by shooting, smacking, or even exploding them. The maximum overtime that you can get inside of a game is 1 minute, and it happens when a vault is being banked before the game ends. Reviving a player fully will get them back to full health, while a defibrillator will give them less than half. There are different modifiers that can be active during overtime. These modifiers include meteor showers, where meteors fall near cash out stations, low gravity, the dead go boom, when you're eliminated you explode, mega damage, damage to the arena is magnified, deathmatch, earn extra cash when you eliminate opponents, orbital lasers, lasers take aim at contestants who aren't moving, and molten madness, lava rises on the arena floor. It is very helpful to make multiples of every class, because in ranked you can't use your reserve to change guns. Also, creating multiple characters is the only way to change your class ability before the match starts. The Riot Shield can actually make you invincible when cashing out only on the left side. The Defibrillator can kill in-game. When placing a red barrel upside down, shoot it with a gun to launch yourself into the air. The Heavy Mesh Shield can be activated while on zipline. You can actually animation cancel grenades, so if you didn't mean to throw it, quickly scroll off of it and it will not throw. In my opinion, it is much easier to defend and attack the cash out from above, so make sure you have one teammate that can destroy things at least. You can see invisible players in radar, as long as they go invisible while your ability is active. You can barely see invisible players while they are moving, and they become completely invisible when standing still. An APS turret is actually a trophy system, destroying enemy projectiles, even the enemy's dome shield. When loading into a match with random teammates, you can hold down the middle mouse button to get more extensive pings. When you're on the moving cash out platforms, effects will not follow the platforms, meaning that smoke will stay still while the platform is moving. So if it's detonated in the front car, the back car will move directly into it. You can put 2 vaults into the same cash out station at the same time. I know that it's annoying to deal with it yourself, but crouching up and down while fighting somebody will make you harder to hit and will slightly help when capturing or reviving somebody. If you want to be a bit more advanced, you need to pay attention to opposing team composition to see if they are able to heal, how much combined health they have, or if they can kill you quickly. This can all be told by what class each team is made up of. Most of the time, securing all of the kills on enemies around a cash out is more important than rushing into the cash out station immediately and trying to stick the capture. Make sure to coordinate with your team to take out targets before stealing the cash out. If the cash out is about to run out of time, then get one player, usually a heavy with dome shield, to start cashing out while your team protects and keeps the enemies occupied. You can always lower your resolution, even though it doesn't look good on recording, in order to get a stretch res or allow your PC to handle the game, if you're having trouble with that. You can attach goo to your turrets, and when you pick them up, the goo will actually disappear. Use this as you will. The light class and possibly the medium class can hide inside of a fireplace in some buildings, and this can be helpful because the cash out station is right in front of it. After 90 seconds, goo will disappear on its own without anything else happening. The light class can actually grapple into a jump pad to go way farther. But personally, I like to use the jump pad then grapple while in the air to go even farther. You can actually shoot lights out to make rooms darker. You can place mines just after the gap on a bridge, then raise it afterward. Chances are that somebody will come along and lower the bridge and try to cross it when the bridge isn't all the way down yet, so they won't be able to see the mines in their way. It is sometimes helpful to throw the vault, but beware if you're not carrying it, then it will be visible to other teams by an icon seen through the walls in game. You can block off jump pads with goo or barricades. So far, the best guns for top tier tournament gameplay for each class are the XP SMG, the AKM, and the Lewis gun respectively. You can actually fly using an explosive canister. Fire will not set off an explosive canister. Attaching anything to a canister will cause that thing to fall off when the canister goes off. Except for mines, those will explode. So basically, you put 2 mines and 2 C4 on a canister. You throw the barrel. Both of the mines blow up, but the C4 will stick around, so you can explode that. Gas canisters have a 15-second delay before going off, if damaged slightly. When you throw a pyro grenade at a gas canister, it will not ignite it until the fire fully burns out. You can shoot a goo canister mid-air to explode the goo in a circle and let it fall back to earth. Goo can be placed at the very top of zip lines if you don't have time to destroy the entire thing. Goo will burn for 6 seconds and then disappear. Using a jump pad to double jump after using another jump pad will send you further than if you just ran into the second jump pad. You can slide cancel or just slide in the finals, but it's actually slower than just running. Jumping at the end of a zipline will allow you to cross a further distance than letting it detach for you. Placing a barricade behind a window is hard to see from the outside and is effective at stopping players from entering. Just like the hammer from the heavy class, the sword also has an alternative attack mode that does more damage. If you're invisible, the charge up of this attack will not reveal you, but the follow through will. It is possible to jump to retrieve a piece of equipment if it is out of reach. The grappling hook will hold you in place for a time sometimes if you don't deactivate it with the spacebar. A sonar grenade will ping 3 times before disappearing. Turrets have a 90-degree window to see people. Surprisingly, a lot of people don't know this, but you can open and close these containers. You can use goo to move your dome shield if you need to. The goo gun on the heavy class is most effective. It takes less than a second to charge defibrillators, and they charge at the beep, not exactly when they're held all the way out. Another way to think about it is when the right handle reaches the lowest point on the left handle for a short time, then you know it is charged. Gas will kill a light in 3.4 seconds, a medium in 5.2 seconds, and a heavy in 7.2 seconds. So when going for a steal of the cash out, you want to use a heavy class because it's the only one that can capture a cash out in gas. Gas, pyro, and glitch grenades work on heavy class shields. Pyro and gas effects go through the shields, and glitch grenades deactivate the entire thing. You can carry momentum through zip lines.